Hey.
So I had to
It's like get up on your mic.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
oh, good.
You can really change how deep your voice is.
demeanor.
I know.
It just sounds so good.
I need to stay deep. I know what my daughter go through. Like, she sings.
This is probably she's probably saying on a microphone just like this. This is the what's the mic called? I always do that.
But it looks like a microphone.
Yeah, it's the real deal.
Professional.
Yeah, I know.
It's a
I'm
professional.
pretty impressed.
Professional microphone.
I know. Yeah, also very scary. Like in the first time in this kind of setting.
And, geez, think about me.
Oh, yeah.
You run groups, man.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
Frank,
What?
Yeah,
to
because
put
in
two
the
part
groups
of the
aspect
Francais?
of it, you have people, and the people give you like some definite thing to talk about, or depending what comes up, and
Yeah, we do the same thing here.
Yeah.
Are we rolling? Yeah. Okay. We're live.
We're good.
live.
Yeah, that's our intro right
Yeah.
there. We just start talking.
Yeah, good. Perfect.
Eventually, we're gonna have a real intro. For
one
now,
point.
it's just like Michelangelo, are we live? And then he says, yeah.
Okay, good. So,
And then we,
live.
yeah.
There we go.
That way that we'll probably always do that part, like where we just put on the headphones. I feel because I feel like it helps make people feel comfortable.
More comfortable, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they don't know that we just start talking and they don't know that it's already rolling.
So, well, now I know it, and I'm anxious now. Thank you for nothing.
I had a full-on panic attack before the
First
very,
day.
Yeah,
First
first
day,
day,
I can
before-
imagine.
yeah.
And I do. I mean, it's not like I do podcasts on my
Yeah.
phone and all that. So, but I don't know. The setting is.
Are there people watching your podcast live when you?
Oh
do it?
no, I don't do live. I just
you
post
Oh,
on
okay.
YouTube. Although, and it's I record myself and
Nice.
I put it
Yeah,
out there.
we need to figure out how you can come up here and just do it yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you can turn the screen, look at
well,
yourself
exactly,
on
yeah.
screen.
Yeah, we'll definitely like to
The-
use
the
this
li-
setting.
Yeah, the lighting's really good. Makes you look like
And the sound's good.
sound.
It sounds incredible.
So
Wait till you hear yourself.
Actually, I have a good voice.
Yeah.
I really like,
Do you like that? You can hear your own voice.
yeah,
in
no.
the,
Yeah. Nice voice. And you're a handsome man. Mr.
Yeah.
France.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr.
Mr.
France,
France.
1986.
Frank Buffa.
Frank Buffa.
Yeah. Are you from France?
Yes.
Oh,
I was
okay.
born in France.
Born in France?
But my family is from Italy. So
From Italy. So you're a French
Italian.
Italian.
Yes,
Very
the
good.
worst of the species.
Wow, I have a very good friend that's French, and her mother, we used to say you're either having a good day or a French day.
So do you? You're
always
from
good.
Canada.
Tu parles français?
Oui, un peu.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You're from Canada.
I am.
Do you speak any?
No, not at all.
What?
Not at all.
How do you live in Canada and not speak French?
Just being a bad student, bro. Not wanting to go to class. You skip a class, you skip French.
Like in Canada, if you buy chips, right? It has it in English.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it has it
Right.
in French.
Quebec.
Yeah, Quebec. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even speak English in Quebec.
Very
Well,
little.
this
The signs are all in French.
the rhythm of the speech is kind of like us in the south of France.
Yeah.
But they use old French.
Yeah, old French.
So sometimes it's
Yeah.
not that easy, even for us French. So they
To understand. Yeah.
But the rhythm of the speech is the same. So.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend speaks the old Paris French.
Oh yeah,
His
that's
mother's right from Paris.
that's not French.
That's
You see?
Real French are in the south.
Oh, you
the
see?
north.
Yeah.
We don't mix.
So
They can't play soccer either. So
You see?
they play soccer.
Really political
They
up
can't
there.
play.
Really political up there.
told you I was gonna speak the truth.
Yeah. Different
What is
regions.
it true? What how was it growing up in France?
Well, again, so I grew up in a Catholic upbringing. So I was pretty close to the church growing up, altar boy and all that, and I wanted to be a priest.
You wanted to be a priest?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
That's my first.
Until what? Until you realized?
Until Baywatch.
Until
Hey, I told you to speak the truth.
until,
Wow.
until
Until
Pam
Baywatch.
Anderson. Until
Wow,
Pam,
right.
Baywatch,
He's like,
and I'm like, this is where I want to be.
he's like Pam Anderson.
Forgot about the church.
Yeah, that's so funny because when I first met Frank, he was in Malibu.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, working. I mean, that's when I started working in the field.
Yeah.
2006, I think. And then with you guys, 2009.
2009 is when you came.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you broke up with your girlfriend and then.
She broke up with me.
Oh, she broke up with you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he came
then,
to.
and
yeah.
I met your sister.
You're married to my sister, aren't you?
Yes. I am.
Yeah, very interesting.
Remember?
And she's tough.
Yeah,
She's a Medici. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
like definitely like more like her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so it was good. I mean, good experience working in Malibu. But then I don't know. It's like I felt it was time for me to move into something else. Obviously, coming with my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
But hope it definitely gave me like a lot more possibility that I didn't have like in Malibu.
Right.
I mean, I was just starting in Malibu, and like my way of thinking is totally different, like on the program aspect of it. So I had to like reprove myself for like all those years, and it was not easy at the beginning because I was like definitely the first. One of the first talking about like the underlying issue.
Right.
It's just in 2006 that was starting to be like coming into place, but because my training is more like metaphysics, like, and the emotional connection to like everything that happened in life, and for me the addiction was not a problem, was the solution to the problem.
Yeah. It's that's how I see it.
And now it's definitely like a more mainstream, I would say.
Yeah,
But
it's
like
mainstream.
in 2006, I mean, people thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
If you don't talk about like, no, this is a disease and that's it. And for me, it's like, yeah, I understand the concept of the disease, but you have to understand the disease in the way metaphysics understand it, which is like dis-ease, disturbance of the ease.
Yeah.
If you replace ease by peace, anything that disturbing your peace at the end is going to be a disease. And then it was simple for me to like see like the addiction was not the problem. Obviously, you're using to help you deal with those emotions and feelings that you don't know what to do with it.
Right.
Except only thing is like that bothered me. What do I do?
Yeah.
Okay, then you take a drink. Wow, I feel better. Like,
Yeah, it was very controversial in 2006.
are you kidding me?
Like you can't. It's like no, 12 steps or nothing.
Yeah.
12
Yeah,
steps
yeah.
or die.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
Right?
That was
Was there
it.
even NA?
Yeah, there was a
Was there NA?
Yeah.
How long's NA been around for?
NA a long time.
Oh,
yeah, it
really?
was already-
Yeah, a long time.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
2006 for sure.
Yeah.
And
The first NA meeting I ever went to was in. I can tell you the exact date. It was December 30th of 1996.
Wow.
Yep. I got out of jail. I went to a rehab, and they took me straight to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting, and I'd never done this before. And the guy handed me the leader sheet.
Oh,
You
really?
know, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I was this shy,
Started sweating.
super shy. I'm not sure I started sweating, but I was a super shy 22-year-old kid who had never experienced anything but meth addiction, and what comes along with meth addiction. I'd never had a job. I was homeless for 5 years. It was gnarly,
Especially at 22. Yeah.
from 18. I mean, it's not that I was like shopping cart homeless or I didn't have a place that I could have gone to. It's just that I chose to be out there using and drinking a little bit, and probably dabbled in marijuana back then too. But no, yeah. So then Narcotics Anonymous. 12 steps was like the solution to everything, including rehab. Right? It was that's the only thing that was
staple.
taught. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why when I came into the field, I mean, it was totally different. And like, all right, for me, it was like, okay, we need to do something beside AA and 12 steps, because that's something that you're gonna do after. So for me, it didn't make any sense. Okay, if you come to treatment, and we're gonna start you like step 1, 2, 3, and okay, get the sponsor and all that. I'm like, well, so what they paying for treatment for?
Right. You can do that on your own.
Obviously, it's gonna
Well,
be
but
free
they
after
used to
that.
say that in AA too. They wanted to know why the hell you guys
Yeah.
paying for treatment. It costs $1 a day to go to AA, and you don't even have to give the $1. That's just suggested.
No, yeah.
So
So it's like, again, I mean, trying to put in place something that that can be added
right.
to whatever people are gonna do after that in the program. And obviously, guys that use the writing as like emotional release technique, and but the writing is part of like the AA too, because you do write on the steps and all that. That's why it's like at the beginning people were like didn't like the fact that I was asking people to write, because they know no, but they're gonna do it with a sponsor. Yeah, but I know, but I'm like, okay, we're still gonna work in a different way. And that's the step 4, basically, that I start like, what I do is like more like a step 4, step 8 and 9, I think.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about that because I didn't know about the program when I started working in the field. I mean, I started like studying all the stuff that I studied to become what I became because of my anxiety and depression. Yes, obviously you're gonna be using drinking like over that, you know. And
Yeah.
but that my main problem was like, okay, how can I get myself out of like this anxiety and depression? And that was like the beginning of my journey. And I remember 20 years ago when I was like meditating, I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to know divine truth because everything that I know is like I've been told, but where's the truth there?
Right.
Because I just believe whatever else somebody's saying. So I start questioning everything, and it's all, especially on my side on the anxiety and depression, and that's what like you know I start like finding way, if you want, that is gonna help me to get better.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of like the writing aspect. Of
When did the anxiety start?
for me ever.
Right away.
Well, I mean, again, I mean, I'll go back to like the way I was raised and all that. It's like obviously the parents, the way the parents raise you, and that's gonna be affecting like who you are after that.
But you were still successful. You had success at a young age.
Yeah, but this, I mean, again, we go back to like when I the bodybuilding is what definitely, or the weightlifting.
Yeah.
Because I compete like in different all the different like weightlifting thing. That's what saved me.
Yeah.
Because when I was like at the gym or like when I can compete, I was a different person.
Yeah.
And that's I realized that also because in French we play football, not like you American.
Play soccer, really.
Soccer, yeah. No, it's
called
not
football.
really football. But
I'm not gonna fight Frank.
Yeah.
but that's when I realized, okay, when I'm on the field playing,
Yeah.
I was a totally different person
Yeah.
because I was the captain of the gym and all that. And when you see me after, like in my personal life, I was like
You're an
shy,
animal.
anxious. I mean, but on the field, and the same thing at the gym. The gym is like give me like something to focus because if not, my mind wander,
Yeah.
and that's not good.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm talking
know.
about.
That's right.
So like on that was a meditation. Well,
Yeah.
like you go to train, you know what you
Yeah,
have to do.
I
I mean,
agree.
I like my structure,
Yeah.
and I was good on that. But the problem is, like when I stopped like competing, and I stopped like even training, but not training for any like anything purpose wise.
Right.
And that's why the anxiety came back up. That's why I realized, okay, all those years I just put a bandage on.
All right.
Yes,
And your
obviously,
bandage was the gym.
the gym.
Yeah.
And then like, okay, I don't have like the same life purpose now that because
Right.
I'm not going to compete and all that. And then I'm like, oh my God, all the anxiety come up.
Wow.
Anxiety that I still have, like I had it in my personal life
Yeah.
as well. But because of the gym, I didn't feel it that much.
Right.
And that's why I realized, okay, I mean, there's like the human being is like we have like three different levels. You got the mental aspect of it, you got the emotional aspect of it, and you got the physical aspect of it. And I mean, yeah, you can use the physical to make you feel better. But for me, it was just a bandage. And like when I start working on myself, definitely more. And well, then I had to deal with all the emotion that was bothering me. And that was totally like totally different because then at one point you get to the peace, this peace that we are looking for. But by like releasing all the stuff that bother you, and that's what made me like realize, oh shit, I mean that's how we work.
Right.
And that's what I've been doing like in the field for like the last since 2006. So I don't know. But I mean, again, the whole body here, like I said, you gave me definitely a lot more like freedom to do like. You trusted me from the start. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't know. I remember when I did the interview with you and your mom, and I'm like, after that, I mean, it's not like you never question really like, and it's not like anybody knew really what I was doing. That was the funny thing, I think.
Right.
What is
I
he
still
doing?
don't
Oh, we
know.
don't
That's
know.
why,
but
that's
yeah,
why you're on
but-
the podcast. I mean, I'm like, I don't even know what Bailey does. Bailey was in here yesterday. I'm like, what do you do? She's like, I'm the clinical director.
No, but again, yeah, I mean, it's like just teaching people how to deal with those emotions.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the real deal. At the end of the day, that's the real deal. Like getting through that underlying psychological issues, the trauma, all of that stuff, man. It's like and like you said, then you find peace, and when you find that peace, it's like you really don't you don't like put the substances in your body anymore to. The solution is gone.
Well,
You have a
but-
different solution.
Exactly. You don't need it anymore. So, you know,
Right.
But that happened like naturally. That's the thing. I mean,
It happened organically for me
Organically,
because, like, because I I've done the whole gamut of all of it, and I've worked all 12 steps, and I think the steps are fabulous, like fabulous, and I've had many spiritual awakenings, but I also had a lot of stuff that, like, that was much deeper that I needed to work on.
yeah, of course.
And and now I have, and like, I still continue to work on the
All
stuff
the
that
time.
comes up.
I mean,
And I'm not the same guy anymore. Like I wouldn't have been able to sit here and do this
I
right
remember.
here.
I
like
I knew you
fucking
for some time. Yeah,
5
yeah.
years ago, like, no, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I mean, I still had a panic attack, but I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Face your fear.
Like, yeah, I'm doing this because God told me to do this.
That's my same. I mean, again, that's why I'm doing it. Am I comfortable at it? No, but you know what? Face your fear. That's what I'm teaching. So if I
Right.
don't do it myself, and it's like, but I mean, it get better, and then the peace, definitely peace of mind is like, for me, it's the first step. And again, we go back to what the Bibles talk about, and it's metaphysical. So as a man thinking in his heart, so he is. So it's like, you got all the secret to life
Right.
there.
That's how we became the #1 podcast in addiction and mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we believe we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
It's like, damn, we got Frank Buffa, Mr. France in the house.
86,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
1986.
Yes,
That's pretty badass.
That's really badass, man.
I mean, again, at
Like,
the
I
time,
couldn't even be. I wanted to be. I got into bodybuilding at a later age. I was like 22 because prior to that I was a meth addict.
Oh yeah.
And I got clean, and I was a chubby kid before that, though. Like, I was growing up in elementary school. I was a chubby kid all the way through 8th grade, and then I found methamphetamines, and
Thinned up a little.
like a lot.
Yeah.
You should see my 8th grade picture to my 9th grade picture. It's like night and day.
Wow.
And I went from being like 180 pounds to like 123 pounds.
Wow.
Like handsome guy.
That's
And
123.
Yeah, no, at 123.
Yeah.
At 15 years old.
Yeah.
Though, but I changed schools, and nobody knew when I moved to the new school. Nobody knew the Chubby Chad.
Yeah.
Chubby Chad.
No.
I always tell Donna, my wife. I always tell her that the people used to make fun of me, and they'd be like, a fatty chatty 2x4. Couldn't fit through the bathroom door.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I
mean.
mean, that, for me, it was totally the opposite.
And see,
Seriously,
you were skinny?
Skinny.
Yeah.
Skinny, yeah.
Skinny too.
Yeah, skinny bone.
Well, Donna has the same thing. She was skinny, like, and people like, and she's tall, and she couldn't put on weight to save her life, and people made fun of her for being too skinny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And it's like, look at us now, like, we all ended up being more handsome than the people that were making fun of us back in
for
the
sure.
day.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And again, it was a good motivation. What can I say? So,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, when you going through it, it's not easy.
No.
But then we're looking back after that. Well, you
Right.
know what? Any motivation is good motivation to change
Yeah.
your life. I mean,
So like actually having zero bullying in elementary school is probably not a good thing.
yeah. I mean, that's the. I mean, it's difficult again, and I'm not saying like it has to be, but you know what? I mean, my personal experience and your personal experience.
That's all I
mine
know.
too.
Same thing. It's like no.
Yeah. A lot
What
of
do
bullying.
people make fun of you for, Shane? You were tall. You were strong. What?
They just made fun.
'Cause you sucked at hockey, didn't you?
I sucked at a lot of stuff. though. I sucked at a lot of stuff. I was in a bad grade in Hebrew. I was in bad grades. I was,
In Hebrew?
yeah. People made fun of me all the time. Called me flip ride, big feet. I wouldn't go swimming.
Flipper?
because- yeah. I wouldn't go swimming because of my feet. They were too big. My toes were too large. I mean, insecurities.
Yeah, exactly.
I felt thin my whole life. I still feel thin.
Yeah.
This
You say
morning
that
when I put
sometimes.
my shirt on, I felt thin. That's why I go to the gym, because I feel thin.
Yeah.
And it helps
That
me.
must be nice. I go to the gym because I feel fat.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not nice. It's the same feeling, bro.
It's the same.
It's the same insecure,
It is?
terrible feeling. Yeah.
That's for it.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
the
guys
same.
don't, when you're thin, you don't feel like you have blubber hanging everywhere.
No, but you're feeling other stuff. Like even one, I'll never forget, I was in the Caribbean on a cruise, and I was 23, 24, and this lady, we were shopping. She said, "Oh, look at that. You have a wonderful swimmer's body." And I took it as an insult,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Well, because you were made fun
He's
of.
like, no, I want to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah, I
I
wanted
want to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Did you want to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we had like a good like French guys too. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's why I came. I mean, beside the Baywatch, that's why I came to like the
Baywatch.
United
Santa,
States.
Santa Monica, where
Yeah,
it
that's
was
why.
bodybuilding capital of the world in the 1980s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like at Gold Gym for like about a year.
Yeah,
And I was like about 220 at the time.
220.
Wow.
Like, and then I was just because I did my last contest in France in June, and then I left August 5th, so 91, and I came here. Yeah, I was just like rebounding from like the the 3 month of diet and all that. I mean, I blew up. I mean, so it was great. I mean, so, but at the core, that's the same thing. It's like, always feeling like the insecurity, and that's why I'm in group. That's the same thing, because we talk about trauma and all that.
Yeah.
But for anybody, if you want, their trauma is going to be their trauma. You can't compare trauma.
No.
And your insecurities are your insecurities.
It's life.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. That's what I'm explaining to everybody. It's like life is going to be the same. How are you going to deal with it? That's going to be the difference.
Yeah.
Are you going to use over it? Which means for me, you're running away from whatever, if you don't want to be, or are you going to face? Because the shit's going to happen. I mean, up and down happens.
Fears,
Fears.
What do they say? They say the acronym for fear is fuck everything and run, or face everything and recover.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
Yeah. Face.
And that's why, like, the base of my group is that: face your fear. What's your worst fear? Allow yourself to go there, express it. If you try not to think about it, it's going to come back and kick you in the ass, because that's what people use.
You know what my worst fear is? Doing a podcast.
Wow, that was one of mine too. And the shooting and all this kind of stuff that we've been doing for the last few months.
Yeah. Oh man.
We've been tested.
Yeah. Jeez. Putting a camera in front of you. Hey, say this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh my
It's
God.
not easy.
So no, again, we did it. And like, that's why we can do that now, because that started every time you face the fear, where the fear disappears.
Stacking
Right.
wins. Stacking wins.
And I think that like the more you face your fears, the better you get. Not just at facing your fears, but like doing this podcast. No, the first one. Now I will say the first one was fucking badass. It's my daughter. We haven't released it yet. We had some audio technical difficulties, and it was just I'm biased because we talked about Justin. We talked about her finding him. We talked about how she's struggling like with drinking, over it, and it's a lot of good stuff, man.
Yeah.
How it was, having me as a father, with my struggles, and I went through struggles when she was a teenager, in her prime years, and
the way she was, because she was able to express the way she was affected by it.
Yeah.
That's good for her.
Yeah.
It's good for you too, but
yeah, it's better for her.
Family therapy.
Yeah, family therapy on a podcast.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's badass. It was a great.
So that one was really good, and I feel that as we do more, and I listen to the podcast, the day it's released, I listen to it. I listen to myself. I really listen to myself more than anything else. But I listen to the podcast. I'm like, what can I do different? How can I do a better job? Because I'm a rookie and I suck. And like this isn't.
Sorry, but that's the way it starts, all right? I mean,
Yeah.
so, and more you do it, the better you at.
Yeah, when I first started the gym, man,
Exactly.
I started. I could lift like a 20 pound dumbbell for like bench press, right?
Well,
I was
bar,
130
empty bar.
pounds, 130 pounds when I started going to the gym in 1997 was when I started working out, and I was 23 years old.
No, I was like 15. I remember because at the gym there were like, two bench for the bench press, and one was like a set at 60 kilo. It took me about 6 months to be able to get to that one, because all the bigger guy, that's
Right.
where they started to warm up, and I was with the empty bar. Like, one day,
That's how I was, man.
When
And
do I
then
gonna start with this one?
Like when I got the tens on there, I was like,
exactly.
I just did the tens today.
Yeah.
No, but that's the
And
same thing.
it took years.
Yeah, I mean, my first group, like when I was like in Malibu, it's like I was doing a gratitude group.
Yeah.
Everybody was like writing 5 things they're grateful for, and then and everybody was sharing it. And that's it. And then I was running and going hide in my office because I hope I didn't do anything wrong. I hope they're gonna be happy. But again, the insecurity,
Of course.
And, but now it's like okay, but it's unbelievable if you want the change aspect of it. But why? Because we go through it.
Right.
Again, for me, the addiction is very simple. Is that people try not to think about it. Again, if you try not to think about it, it's because you're thinking about it. That's why you try not to think about it.
Yeah.
And then less you want to think about it, then your brain has to find a solution.
Yeah.
Which is the numbing aspect and distracting yourself from it. And that's why, for me, is think it through. But it's the fear also. I mean, if I'm afraid of doing that, and when you ask me, do you want to do it? Yes, I'm going to do it. Do I don't want to do it? I don't want to do it. I mean, 5 minutes ago, I was going to run, but I know I cannot. And then, all right, man, we're doing it, and more you do it. I mean, imagine now, imagine 6 months from now, imagine a year from now.
I mean, I'm already starting to get super comfortable,
Yeah.
you know. And I take people's little bit of feedback, whether I like it or don't like it. It's fine, like you know, and it helps me to try to do a better job.
Yeah.
You know, come out of my shell a little bit,
Exactly.
because like,
And it's an open up to the world. That, I mean, it's like, it's nice to have, like, the same thing with me. I mean, I'm comfortable here. You got whatever, 15, 20 people in group, 25, doesn't matter for me. It's like, I'm comfortable with that. What's the next step?
Right.
because you got to get uncomfortable to
Well,
grow.
Exactly.
That's where the growth
That's
is. Yeah.
And then, and bust on top of that, it's like now you open up like to like the possibility of like so many more people.
Yeah.
Like, listen to us, and maybe some people are gonna be like, interested. Some people get something out of it,
Right?
and obviously the hater is gonna eat hate. So no problem
hey,
about it.
Who cares about them?
No, but I know exactly.
They're boring.
But that, I mean, like what Shane was saying, it's like, people are gonna always find something
Always.
to complain about.
Yeah,
You
like
or
Shane,
physically and all
your
that.
beard's too big.
Yeah.
Your headphones look funny on your head. They don't though.
No, I feel great.
And compared to Frank's beard, like yours
know,
is
I
nothing.
like
dude.
Frank's
baby,
beard.
baby. I know.
I'll get going.
Oh, you know what my wife told me this morning? She said the only thing you talk about is your beard and your podcast.
Yeah. I talk only about my beer because I didn't have a podcast.
Yeah, well.
Now I can talk about a podcast.
Yeah. It's like, how about that podcast?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully your
I'm like,
sister-
did you listen to the podcast? She's like, I listened to half of it. I was like, be supportive.
No, exactly.
Listen to the whole thing.
That's what's gonna happen tonight with you. Did you listen to the podcast?
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's
What?
not. It won't.
No,
It won't be out today.
You
It'll be out.
you and my brother and Shane. No, I don't want to listen to this shit.
Oh, she'll listen. Frank, how was?
She's
how
been
was,
listening to all the podcasts, I think.
Oh
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, she's subscribed.
Oh,
did.
Yeah,
I need
everybody
to,
needs to like, subscribe.
Yeah.
You gotta like it. Even if you don't like it, just fucking hit the like button.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is it that hard?
No.
Like, we're trying to save lives. The whole point of this podcast is so that people
yeah.
will realize that you can reach out, you can get help, and you can get better.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and we're not gonna lie to you and tell you it's fucking
Easy?
easy.
No.
It's not, but it's fucking worth it.
Exactly.
You know,
100%.
it's worth it. Like, I'll go through the hell that I went through all over again if I can get to where I am right now.
Yeah. That's what we were talking at the beginning with the bullying and all that. Okay, well, yeah, it stinks, but in the same time, I thank you because that woke me up to like actually, like,
Yeah. Look at us now.
I mean, and it was years of like that bullying, like, the bullying, and I bullied back though. I wasn't like one of those kids that, because I was a chubby kid. I was, you call me fat, I fucking hit you in the nuts, like I would.
I mean,
I
just took it.
You did? Yeah, no, I was like,
I mean, at the beginning,
but it
man,
doesn't
when I
feel good
started.
to bully back either, to be honest with you, at the end of the day, because like
No,
some of the kids, I knew I could beat them up. And then that became all I ever had, was like, I can kick your ass,
Yeah.
but you can hurt me with your
Emotional.
words. That's worse.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
Always,
that
I know.
shit lasts a lot. That fat kid says shit to me all the time. He's like, oh, you're just, whatever. Like, you're a loser. You'll never have a perfect body. I'm like, so fucking what?
Exactly.
I have a better body than I did before, and I have a better body than a lot of 50-year-olds. So,
But I mean, you see the voice is always there. But it's like,
he's still
Always,
there.
always there.
And that's from
Right to the
bullying.
end.
That's from bullying, But damn, I thank God for those bullies these days. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, again, I don't want to say like, okay, everybody should be bullied. But,
well, yeah,
I mean,
some people can't.
But we go back to the same thing. It's like, how are you going to deal with it?
Yeah.
Because you can be like a victim for the rest of your life,
Right.
if you want, and be living a miserable life. Or again, you're going to stand up for it. What did I learn from it? That's why I'm teaching. Okay, it doesn't matter what happened. In the worst trauma aspect of it, that's obviously first we have to clean up all the emotion connected to the trauma. But and again, okay, what did you learn from it? Because then it become a positive.
Yeah.
And that's the way you change everything if you want. And that's like, and then obviously if you start seeing the positive, you're more at peace and all that. Well, you have like you want not try to like get away from whatever or distract yourself from life. You'll be able to like live life. Because again, addiction for me is a distraction. That's it. I know it's like but you don't want to think about the stuff that you don't want to think about, and that's those stuff that you actually are gonna use over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a process. Yes, I mean, for sure. The effort has to be made. That's why my group is called The Work. Why? Because it takes work.
Right.
And people think I mean, that's what sometimes pisses me off, because some people don't realize. And even if like it's not only that's the first time like with in treatment, if you want, they don't realize actually, no, it's gonna take something out of you to be able to get better.
Right.
It's not just sitting on a chair that's gonna do it. I mean, that's the same thing in meetings and all that. The meeting, you have to be part of it.
In life.
Everything
In life, you're not going to get better at you're not going to get. I'm not going to get better at running unless I run.
Yeah.
Unless I try to beat my last goal.
No,
which I
definitely.
did today. I'm raising my hand. I did. My goal prior to today was 2.54 miles on the treadmill and a 7 incline. And I said this already, and I did it today. No, I said it already, but I was in a different shirt, and this podcast is going to come out a day later. Fuck it.
No,
anyways, we do more than one podcast in a day, just so everybody knows.
Anyway.
But I did 2.55. It was like I had to beat that 5.4 though.
Yeah.
Like I ran that extra step today because I was like, I'm not
One
gonna-
more.
Yeah, and it
One
was
more.
like I do a specific time, right? I do a specific amount of time on the treadmill, and then I try to beat my best, time. But sometimes I practice. Like I'm not trying. Like I'll go in tomorrow, and I probably won't be trying to beat my best. I'll go in tomorrow and just run.
Yeah. To keep the running aspect. But I mean, it's a skill. I mean, any skills in life, I mean, the more you practice and better you get at it. And like actually how to like become like the best human being that you can be. For me, it's a skill.
Right.
And that's why we on earth. I mean, to become like to be like the best human being that you can be. But that's gonna take effort, like everything else. Like you're absolutely right on that part. Doesn't matter if it's physical and all that, but emotional. The problem with the physical is like we've been taught about the physical more than we've been taught about the emotion. Because again, it's like you've been taught you have to clean the body.
Yeah.
And you clean the body every day. Okay. Now, I mean, at the emotional level, that's the same thing. If you take a shower a day, you're going to feel a certain way. If you take a shower a week, you're going to feel a different way. If you take a shower a month, 6 months, a year, and then you can see like how that's going to affect you, like your behavior. Because if you start smelling and stinking and all that, when you're like in social situation, you're going to be like afraid of like, oh my God, they're going to stink me. But that's exactly the same thing with the emotion. If you don't clean it up, then it's going to build up. At one point of the build up, the brain's going to go, fuck it. Let's go back to what we know, right? Let's numb.
Right.
And that's why it's like, yes, that can be skill, like what you were talking about, the running aspect. Well, it's not okay. Let me run today, and then I'm going to run like 6 months from now. I mean, no, you got to have to practice every day.
Every day.
And every day you do the best you can until like, okay, you hit like definitely the time when you want to beat your record.
Right.
But that's exactly the same thing. I mean, with anything, you have to practice. And more you practice, better at it. And that's to get to peace. That's the same thing. Again, you don't have to add anything into your life. The peace aspect of it, you have to remove whatever is bothering your peace.
Yeah, there's a saying that this motivational speaker, he says, he asked the crowd, he says, practice makes what? And everybody always yells perfect. And that's not true. Practice makes progress. If you practice and practice and practice, you will make progress.
Yeah. And perfection
It's never attained.
No, exactly. But that's the key.
Yeah.
Because what? You're making progress
That's
toward
life.
For perfection, if you want, knowing that you're not going to attain perfection, because as long as you live, you can be better.
Yeah, you can do better. That's why I call
Exactly.
myself Chaddicked now. Chaddicked. Because I'm addicted to being the best version of myself. Yeah. And that means if this is the version of me today, tomorrow when I wake up, I need to be a better version of myself than I am right now sitting in this room.
And you have to think about, okay, what can I do to make it to be better than yesterday?
Right.
You just, okay, not like knowing where you go, what you do, or whatever. I mean, hoping it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then never. I mean, effort has to be made. I'm on a physical
Yeah.
plane. It's a physical plane. Obviously, it's a plan of action.
Yeah.
So
Even
action
letting
is
someone in on a light.
Yeah.
It's little things.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly. It can be like you were saying on the running. I mean, it's not like whatever second you better. Okay, you go.
It's 100 of those little things make up your day.
If you're like 1 pound more than yesterday, well, you're making progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, people want everything now because I think it's the Oompa Loompa generation. I mean,
Yeah.
Oompa Loompa now, daddy.
Yeah.
There's some like interesting things about you though that I was telling. Did I tell you about him, Shane?
Not yet.
No, I didn't. I let's pull up his website though. That's what we got. FrankBuffa.com on.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got a website.
that's a surprise.
Look at that, Frank Buffa. You got the method. You got videos. You got any bodybuilding pictures in there?
No,
No.
only my daughter has some.
Your daughter. We should have called her. Yeah. That. Look at that.
Yeah.
There's Frank without his beard. Well,
Well,
how long ago was that?
Well, I had the beer for a year, 3-4 months. So just before that, I mean.
So about a year ago. That looks like about a 3-month beard right there.
That was already,
No.
yeah, maybe.
How long you been growing your beard, Shane?
About 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah, 3 or 4 months.
That's pretty long.
Yeah, thick.
Yeah.
Like but I was very skinny too.
Skinny. Yeah. What were you doing? Oh, were you doing that once a day eating?
Yeah, I mean, I still do once a day eating, but I mean,
If it's once a day for me, it's in and out.
Yeah.
You go to In and Out on your way home?
No.
No?
Well, sometime, but not. I mean, not always. That's all depending if your sister cook or not.
Yeah, well, that's true. In and Out's healthy.
Yeah, I like
Well,
it.
it's the healthiest of burgers.
Healthiest of burgers.
Well, and the junk food aspect of it.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
No, like
Yes.
no, I'm just saying
Yes.
it's healthy. Everything's fresh. The
Yeah.
meat's fresh, never frozen.
Still a
It's got
burger.
vegetables.
I mean, again, yes,
got
I wouldn't mind eating
onions,
that every day,
tomatoes.
and that in Chick-fil-A.
I love Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I love Chick-fil-A.
Monday, Tuesday.
I heard through the grapevine though that you did a it was either the Thigh Master or a Butt Master infomercial. Is that true?
Yes, I do the butt master.
Is there any
Back in my day.
are there any like YouTube videos of this? Possibly.
Yeah,
What was it called? Like what was it? The Butt Master?
yeah, butt master. I'm sure there is. I have no
Frank
idea.
Buffa, Buttmaster. Let's have a peek.
guys-
Let's see
I
what
don't-
we can do.
Yeah, you can just look up
Yeah, while we talk.
what's it called? YouTube Butt Master. How'd you get into that video?
Mr. France, and he had some glutes. Those-
That was my
that was his best feature, the glute.
my ex family-in-law.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, his ex family-in-law. No Butt Master. Damn.
Talking about like
I was like hoping and praying we would have. Just take the Frank Buffa off and just do
maybe
like
I
the
got
Butt
it.
Master. See if they have Could be really bad if you go to the images though and you type.
well,
that
yeah,
in.
exactly. The butt master. I don't know what you're gonna find.
Suzanne Summers. Did you?
Yeah.
She had the Thigh Master.
Yeah, the thigh master.
Yeah. The Thigh Master, and then she had what is the Butt Master? There was that the Butt Master
No,
right there,
that's
Frank.
like-
That was the Thigh
Oh,
Master.
that's the thigh master.
Yeah.
Oh, good they did with that. I know. I mean, obviously, our Stern got it like at one point.
Howard Stern did.
So yeah, it was when he did an interview with Suzanne. I mean,
Nice.
They brought
Yeah.
the
You ever
video
met her,
and then-
Suzanne Summers?
yeah,
Yeah, a couple times.
a few times.
Yeah. Does she know who you are? Like if I called her right now,
I think so. Yeah,
she'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know Frank."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
The past. Yes.
past.
No. I still have a good. I mean, it's not like we see each other a lot, but I mean, every time we see each other with like a Daisy show or like whatever, it's
Yeah.
like we're good.
His daughter's an amazing
Singer.
I guess artist.
Right.
Artist, yeah, because singing is just like one of her many talents.
She was like a closing line. She does. I mean, she does painting on jean and
Wow.
jacket, shoes. I mean, she's doing pretty good actually.
She did a Carl's Jr. commercial.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did like
like the music for it.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I was thinking
that
she was the girl when it was dripping down her.
No,
You know what I mean?
No,
Sorry,
that was
Frank.
like the one with
Par-
the blonde,
was it Paris Hilton?
Paris Hilton.
Yeah, Paris Hilton was the girl in the Carl's Jr.
Right.
commercial.
And Daisy was
His
singing.
daughter.
Daisy was singing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
She did a few.
Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's her. I mean, again, hey, she's been working.
Well,
with
it's
me.
nice to have that pride in your daughter, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we went through
Where did
like
she
a
get
lot
that
of-
talent from? Are you a singer?
No, her mom.
Her mom? Her mom sings?
Her mom had like a rap. She was a rapper.
Her mom was a rapper?
Really?
She did pretty good actually.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, very good. But
Oh, wow.
she never like did anything like. But when I met her in '91, yeah, or '92, '92. Yeah, she was actually recording every like Friday night, and she was recording back in the day with like Snoop,
Really,
Dre
like
and
the
all
real,
that.
like when
Yeah.
Snoop was. I mean, Snoop's still cool, but like,
Yeah, back
I mean,
in the
Yeah,
90s.
Dre, I mean,
Yeah.
all like, I mean, she was
but when
always
they were
talking
like,
about,
when,
those
I kind of
people.
felt like they were still like gangsters
Yeah,
back then.
yeah.
You know, you get old and you know, you're not really a gangster anymore.
Oh yeah, but I mean, again, I
Are you?
remember like whoever Dre was at the studio. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know much what they were because I just came here, so it's like. But
Yeah,
yeah, she was
noticed.
but she's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
her lyrics and all that. Yeah, Daisy definitely got it from her.
The song. What do you got? You could what is Daisy's got? Daisy's got some stuff.
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube.
Oh, I mean, obviously you got Spotify. I mean, she's everywhere.
What is she?
Daisy.
Go by? Daisy.
No, she forgot Daisy.
Not Daisy Dukes though.
Oh, Daisy the band. Yeah, she forgot Daisy the band. No,
The band.
the band.
Sorry, he's got a French accent.
That
He
is
said,
funny.
Daisy the band.
You know?
I don't know, East Side.
East Side.
Daisy. Yeah.
Oh, Daisy Auto Tree Live. Not her.
Yeah. Oh, she did. Yeah, they did a bunch of stuff like that.
If you're serious about your podcast,
Yeah,
stop
we're very
recording with
serious
Zoom
about our
and start recording with
podcast.
Riverside. With River-
Riverside?
Hello and welcome to Audio Tree Live. Today is Tuesday, October 26th, 2021, and we are very excited to have Daisy in the studio with us today. Take it away, everybody. Okay. Hey.
What's this, bluesy?
Huh?
Bluesy, right? Bluesy?
I mean, I should describe it as like the blues, the jazz, so pop. You know, it's like a different genre. That and next month she's releasing her first solo album.
Really? Very cool.
But again, it's like when she started, like go back to like because I work with her. She's been working with me for like over 10 years now. And at one point where she was like, I want to try to music. I mean, I like to be an artist and like a star.
Yeah.
And now it's like, especially in in Los Angeles and Hollywood. And I mean, it's like there's a lot of people there. But in my mind, I was, you know what? I mean, go for it.
Right.
I'd rather like you try the best you can and realize
No
it's like,
regrets.
it's not gonna happen. Yeah, but at least I did my best. You know?
Right.
But I told her, but then we're gonna do your best, right? Not just
Yeah.
to try and all that. And then now it's like,
You can't stop though.
You can't
You
stop.
can't stop.
And I'll tell you something, Frank, it doesn't matter because even my son now is saying he wants to be an engineer, electrical, or this engineer or that engineer. And what I'm thinking is it's so competitive.
yeah,
It's the same with that.
exactly.
Everything is competitive.
All the time.
It doesn't matter what
No,
it is.
you don't give
nowadays.
up, and you're gonna give 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
If you give 100%, you're gonna
make
somewhere.
it one
You're
day.
gonna get somewhere.
Yeah,
for
you're
sure.
gonna get somewhere.
Even if that's not that.
I agree.
It doesn't matter. You push so much that stuff will open up, and oh my
Others-
God, I'd rather do
exactly.
that.
You'll find
your
it's the
thing.
same thing I did
Yeah.
with her. I'm like,
Yeah.
Right.
go for it. And so yeah, she's been doing pretty
Yeah.
good. She's pretty happy. That's the thing. I mean, she's doing her stuff and all
Mm-hmm.
that. And but yeah, I'm definitely glad that she when we start working and that she trusts me enough to like listen to whatever I ask her to do because I use the writing with her too.
Yeah.
And everything that I do here, I hope, I mean, with like, the clients and all that, all my private practice, I mean, I did it, or I do it with my daughters too.
Wow.
So, if they make it alive, then I share with other people. I mean, so that's what I always say. I mean, I didn't kill my daughters. I mean, you're good with that one.
Right? Yeah, and they love you here. I mean, there's nothing like I haven't spoken to a client here. You mentioned Frank Simon. Their eyes light up like you're it, Frank. They love you.
Right.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're in most of our good reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. They talk about Frank a lot.
A lot.
Thank you.
Oh, Frank really helped me. I'm like, what
Yeah.
does he do?
No,
I've tried to talk to him. He's been my brother-in-law for like years.
he doesn't talk.
He doesn't say
He's
anything.
down the hall.
I
He
was
just
like, are you sure, Frank?
It's the first time I really saw him.
We just talk about like being on the field or like being in the gym or like being in my group. But the group room is like my field, if you want.
Right.
Right.
It's like I know what's expected. I know what I'm looking for, and but in my personal life, obviously, it's a bit different.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely got better, but I mean, my autistic side is like come up like more like social situation and all that. I'm more into isolation. I mean, even when we do like a birthday and all that. I mean,
You're not here.
I don't go.
Yeah. No.
Not because I don't like them. It's just like
I know we tried it. We did a birthday for him, and like we were all up here singing "Happy Birthday," and it was Friday, and he wasn't even here. He's like,
I'm not here on Friday.
"Oh, dang
Chad.
it." No wonder.
No, but again, that's sometimes I do like pizza, lunch and all that.
Yeah.
And now I mean, I think like the last 2 times I show up and
I
come out of your
noticed.
comfort zone.
I noticed you're always moving in the office. Like you're always walking down the hall, and I say hi. You turn like, hey, but you never stop.
No, I mean,
Just always going around a corner, or you're
only time I stop is like in a group room.
Yeah.
But my mind's still racing,
Yeah.
but it's definitely because I mean whatever I'm working on with the guys, or the girls. But I mean I'm weird.
a lot of lives in your hand here. A lot of lives in your hand.
You're weird.
Well, I mean obviously it's like. If you
I
see
think
me-
the most weird people are the most intelligent people. People that are weird are usually intelligent.
Yeah.
I mean
It's like socially awkward.
Well,
like,
awkward,
like
exactly,
if you're
weird
like
in a sense.
too like I mean like you just fit in. I mean I don't know.
No, I mean it's not for me. So I don't know. I mean
It's
obviously,
tough for
I
me.
mean I don't mind people that able to be like that, but I cannot.
No.
And you know what? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can change, definitely, but there's also like a core of who you are that you're gonna have to accept, and how to like live. If you want to make a live, I mean live, not even make a living, but just live like your life with like, okay, that's my insecurity. This is what I have to deal with. As long as you're aware of it, I think it's like definitely make a big difference. Do I want to change everything? Well, no, because if I change something, then I'm afraid it's going to change something. It's going to change my, the way I am at work. You know what I mean?
Right.
And what I can do for people.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's like I mean, my life definitely is much better, and I'm much better with myself that I used to be. Like well, I mean, we just talk about insecurity growing up and all that. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
But now we're not the same. But you can feel like the insecurity is still there.
Of course.
Still there.
Now, it doesn't stop you to like move forward or do whatever you're supposed to be doing. And that's just like being like comfortable with that uncomfortableness. I mean, uncomfortableness.
Right.
That's English. I mean,
You got to be uncomfortable with the uncomfortable.
exactly. Learn to be comfortable being
With the
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And some of it gonna go away basically, but some you're gonna have to deal with it.
I heard when it goes away, you should move
Yeah.
to somewhere that's
Something
uncomfortable.
Comfortable, yeah.
Because I heard a story. A friend told me they had a sponsor, or a therapist was telling me, and the client didn't like a job, and the therapist says, "No, you have to stay. You have to stay." 6 months went by, and she came back to the therapist. You know what? I'm really enjoying my job.
Exactly.
I'm really happy. The therapist said, "Okay, yeah, time to quit.
Exactly.
Time to quit. Get a new job."
But again, it's interesting for us. I mean, we've been working here because I mean, there's been like a progression aspect of it. I mean, started with one-on-one,
Yeah.
then you had to do group, and then we used to have the Saturday
Yeah.
family stuff. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And then okay, now I'm comfortable, and that's where like we start the shooting, we start doing this thing. So I mean, even like in the same place, not I have to quit,
Yeah.
because you're like putting stuff in front of me that's
Right.
actually gonna be challenging for me. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
But
I'll never stop. I'll never
yeah,
stop
no.
doing that kind of stuff.
And even a group aspect, yeah, I'm comfortable, but I mean, there's still
Well,
like something that's going on there.
And you know what? Your job's a little different than most because your job changes every month or every 20 days. You have a whole new group of
new people.
characters, new people. So your job is continuously revolving.
Yeah, sure.
So you are changing every
Different,
month
you're right.
or every couple of weeks. You're changing every day.
Yeah.
You know, you have to change to meet these people's
And
characters.
even with the same people, because if you work with somebody for 30 years,
yeah,
30
you
days,
have to
if
shake
you
it
want,
up.
there's like definitely different things
Yeah.
that come up, trauma, like the issue, mom, dad,
Yeah,
sibling,
yeah.
and all that. Yes, I mean, no, it's true. Yeah. But again, there's comfortableness.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable in my group because I know what to do.
Yeah.
I know what to look for right away. So
Yeah.
I don't waste time if you want.
Right.
But it was interesting for me because I'm like, okay, well, now that's why I started doing some like record. I mean, whatever, Instagram and all that.
Yeah.
because I was not comfortable doing it.
Right.
And then interesting, like I mean, as soon as I started that like last November, and then we start shooting.
Right.
I'm like, oh shit, another shit to come up, and then you tell me, oh, well, we're gonna have the podcast. I mean, oh my god, all right, you're not fear, okay, good,
Right.
we'll go. And then what's next gonna be? I mean,
Next is going to be, we're going to be walking here at 9. You're going to be at the machine there talking at and we're going to say, Frank, what the hell are you doing in here?
No, I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's again, for me, it's open up to the world. I mean, I've been like so much like afraid of it because all the incidents and all that I've been through. But now, like, this is like bringing everything to the next level, if you want, and whoever is going to be able to listen and all that. So
saving lives.
It's no more like just like exactly, no more just like in a group room. Now you have a group room that's going to be a bit larger.
Right. Yeah. That's the whole point of this, man.
That's why
a larger scale.
Exactly.
A voice for people who don't have a voice. I mean, so many people out there are hurting and they're scared, like in pain. I've been there. I've been in that pain.
Well, I mean, again, maybe not. I mean, I don't know on the addiction aspect of it. I mean, I definitely have my fair share of like drinking and all that. But the pain is like everybody. Not everybody's going to be using over the pain, but they still suffer. I mean,
they're still suffering.
But there's so many addiction. Like we know, like alcohol, drugs, and all that. But I mean, food, sex, video game, working,
TikTok.
I mean, everything's like there's a lot more now than it used to be.
Right.
And it's the same thing at the core.
Right.
You know what? I've always been addicted to success. I've always wanted success. From a young age, I always had dreams. Like I saw a commercial, Budweiser commercial, and the guy had won the lottery or got famous, and he had friends over, and the whole indoor pool was filled with beer and ice cubes. And I wanted an indoor pool because of that commercial. I wanted that life, and I got it. I had that home with an indoor pool, and I had the ice cubes in the pool. I did that.
Right.
So I mean, like I've always had that want. I've never wanted to be just another guy.
Yeah.
The average Joe.
Yeah, I've never wanted that.
No.
I mean, it's actually because it's interesting because that's exactly why I am and do what I do now that nobody understands.
Yeah.
Because I never wanted to do the same thing than anybody else. That started like when I was like at the gym working out, looking at everybody like what they're doing. Okay, how can I do something different that's going to be better?
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, it's interesting. My mindset has always been like that. So when I switched from like the body aspect of it to the mind aspect, that was always my main thing. I don't want to do something that somebody else is doing. Or if they're doing it, I want to find a way to do it better. And that's basically that's exactly what you're talking about. It's a mindset. Right?
It's a mindset.
So I didn't know, like, I mean, I never thought about it like as I want more success. Yeah. I was thinking about it. I don't want to be like anybody else.
Right? And I look at like Facebook now, and I'm on there, and I see some guys I grew up with. I mean, they're not looking good. Sorry, they're not looking good. The average guy, they're just not looking good. We got obesity out here. 60%, 70% Americans obese.
Yeah. What about Winnipeg?
Well, come on. That's why I didn't even mention it.
80%.
Escape from Winnipeg.
85. Winnipeg.
Yeah, Winterpeg.
Yeah, it's cold up there. Is it cold? Is it get cold in south of France?
Maybe sometime it'll be colder than here. Like when it's getting cold, but it's about the same.
Like California,
Southern California.
Yeah,
sure. But yeah, so
we've had some serious weather this year. Here.
Yeah,
I think we have enough rain to last.
I don't know. That's all I was saying at the beginning. Maybe we ain't gonna pay that much taxes now that we got water.
They'll find something else.
They're not. Don't think they're gonna lower the tier system that we have. We have a water tier system.
Killing
here
us.
in,
How about the electricity,
Juan?
the gas money? $1,000 a month for gas.
Geez,
I got in the pool. I'm in the pool. The kid's got to swim.
Yeah.
I
don't drive anywhere.
No.
Well, I'm so glad now that I'm driving 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm like 5 minutes.
Well, yeah.
The furthest I go is to Lifetime Fitness.
Yeah.
That's the furthest I. Well,
down on Greenfield there.
Yeah, right off of Greenfield.
Yeah. When I hit Lifetime Fitness, I know I'm almost at the office. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's only 20 minutes for me, anyways. 15, 20.
Yeah, but I used to drive 150 miles a day. I mean,
wow.
He was living in Los Angeles.
Yeah, 7.5 years.
Wow. I was driving from there.
Yeah.
Wow. You were one of those crazy people, eh?
Yeah, I was. No, I mean, it was funny to like also on the stress aspect, anxiety aspect. I mean, the stress that you don't realize how much stress
driving does.
Driving does on the freeway until I stop. when I moved here. I mean, so then it's like I don't have to drive on freeway, and that's I mean the first week I remember it's like a weight was lifted. I'm like, what the heck happened?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I never realized because you get used to it, and that's you have no choice. All right, good. But that's when I realized, oh my God.
You had a choice, man. You had a choice to like move the hell out of there.
Well, yeah, sure. Because I mean, don't forget I marry your sister. Yeah, because that's my choice.
I love L.A. That's Candy, right? She loved L.A. for a long time.
But now, I'm so glad that we did it. For sure. But again, we go back to like whatever you used to, you don't realize actually you get used to it.
The pain.
Well, exactly. Until it's gone. Until it's gone.
That was really loud in my
Sorry,
head.
that was me too. I didn't realize it was going to be that loud.
I thought it was like okay.
Is that your wedding ring?
Yeah.
Nice. Why you got it on
It's
your
tight. It's just a little tight on my finger there, and it's, you know.
Yeah, I got this one. This is my wedding ring.
We're talking to the wedding ring.
Yeah, and wedding ring.
Nice. That's
Mine was $20.
Well, I don't know.
I have a more expensive one, but this one is really light and it doesn't bother my finger. I like it a lot. Plus, it's got sentimental value. This is the actual ring that I got married with.
I've lost mine.
You did.
Yeah, I had bought a $20 ring at Vegas. We were walking.
This is from Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's mine.
I got married in the little white.
He was 2 for 20. See,
the little white chapel in Las Vegas.
so did I.
Yeah.
So did I.
I
That's
tried.
funny.
I tried to get I asked if we could have Elvis, but she said no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we just flew in. It's kind of cool in Las Vegas because you can they're like the city hall is open till midnight.
Yeah, Clark County, baby.
Yeah, Clark County. You
Clark
just
County.
like I'm like filling out the stuff.
Yeah, online. Yeah.
or,
Oh, really?
Like
Oh,
in the airport. Yeah, and then you have to go pick it up, and then you can go to the little chapel.
No, chapel,
Yeah.
No.
They tried to they tried to get us to this other place, and thank God we didn't get married there. So we pull up, and there was just like cockroaches everywhere, and I was like, I could see Donna. I was like, she was like, we're not doing this place, and I was like, no, and that's like my shyness. Like I would have probably just like if I didn't
Wow.
and if I didn't have her, I would have
Oh yeah, the same way. man.
I looked at her and I was like, no, sir, we're not getting married here. Please take us to the little white chapel.
Yeah. Well, they say one of the most important decisions you're going to make is who you marry. You know? So your wife made you stronger.
She does.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So does mine.
I can relate. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like whatever we're missing. I mean, like they're adding to it.
Yeah,
and
they
whatever
are.
they're missing, we're adding.
How long you married, Frank?
Oh, boy. You put him on the spot. You know Candy's going to be watching this thing.
Oh my God, yeah. 11 years.
11.
12 years
12 years.
in December.
Good for you. Yeah, I'm December 2. What date?
11.
Yeah,
12th. 13th.
No, 12 is the month.
I'm the day after Christmas.
She did it on purpose, like 11,
yeah, mine
11,
too.
11,
I mean,
12,
12,
11, 11, 12, 11,
11,
or 12, 11, 11.
That's my wife's birthday.
No.
12/11/79.
79.
December 11th, 1979.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Kenny did it on purpose. So I will remember.
Yeah.
12, 11, 11. Yes.
12/11.
I know there's a 2, 11, and I mean
And a
they
12.
made it simple. There's 3, but I mean one is in the middle, and
Yeah.
so I have to like figure out which
Yeah.
arrangement. But no, yeah.
We have 3 anniversaries. 3. We celebrate 3 anniversaries a year.
Oh yeah.
The anniversary of our first date,
Yeah.
our wedding, our actual getting married anniversary, and then we had a wedding.
Oh yeah.
So we just had our wedding anniversary, the 19th,
Okay. All right,
March 19th.
but- oh,
6 years from the wedding. We'll be married 7 years.
Nice.
I think we're
August.
11 to 21, 10. Yeah, I tell you, we're going 12 years. I might sleep on the couch tonight, but right. Or whenever this thing come out.
I thought you slept on the couch every night. No,
No. Only when
that's Shane. Sorry.
Yeah, that's me.
no,
I sleep
no.
on the couch every night.
Yeah,
only,
Shane does.
only when some of our female are in heat, so yes, I have to like move to the couch with the female
You're the dogs.
dog.
You guys breed dogs, don't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
Habanese.
Habanese.
Wow.
We have a few.
Are they Cuban?
So,
Cuban dogs?
yeah,
Yeah.
come from Cuba. I mean, like at the origin, I mean, might be Spain. I think also.
Do you love those dogs?
Oh yeah.
You do.
Kidding me?
Were you sad when Gianni died?
Yep.
Yeah. Did you
Even though,
cry?
like it was not my dog. It was difficult. I mean, if you went through the process yourself, I mean, that's my first time I experienced putting a dog down. And he was, I mean, again, 15. He was sick and all that, so it's not like, I mean, but yeah, it was like difficult.
Yeah.
Made me think about life, death, and all this kind of stuff. And especially like again, it's like I mean, kind of like fall asleep.
Yeah.
That's it.
That thoughts in your head there with the.
They do that in Canada to humans now, right? You can.
Yeah. Well, they do it here.
Where?
They do it in North America. I had a friend of mine, an associate, who was my father-in-law's best friend, and he got an assisted death. Yeah, at the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Must have been in like Washington State
It was right here in California.
or Oregon.
Oh, yeah, California.
Well,
Right up
California's
Right up the street.
also
Cedar Sinai or something like that.
strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again,
I know they
it's-
do it like often in Canada though. That's like a thing.
Yeah. Assisted death. I don't know.
There's a law thing that
It's-
they passed it.
Yeah, they passed a law that you can do that.
Yeah. Like I mean, I've got the first person was like somebody who like lost the earring, I think.
I mean, I don't know that I don't know that I'm against that. But I don't know. It's not,
No, I mean, I'm not. I mean, for me, again, it's your choice.
I'm not for or against a lot of things. There's a lot of things I just, you know, you guys fight over it.
Yeah.
I just want to help people get. I just want to help people
Get healthy.
I mean, again,
get
we
better.
want to help people to get better. Who wants to get better? Not the rest of them not interested. I mean, nothing. No, but nothing we can do. Nobody can do anything.
Right.
For them. So,
It's okay if they don't want to get better. Like if
I mean,
you know,
and there's time
that's their
aspect
choice.
of it. Okay, they might not want to get better now, and if they make it alive, or they might want to get better like next month, next 2 months, 3 months. I mean, the time aspect is different for everybody. But hey, they need help.
Hey, it
We're
took
here.
me-
We're
it
here.
took me- It took me 20 some years.
Yeah.
Catherine wants to come in and be on the podcast.
Oh.
We're live. Catherine, come talk on the mic. We can't hear you. She said we don't care. I don't care. Go ahead. They're ready. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, we're done.
yeah, we're done. Have to
Yeah,
go.
we were just bullshitting right now.
Yeah, I'm working also. I need to go to group.
Immediate. All right, we're done right now. I'll be right out.
I like the woman.
Yeah.
Whenever, right now.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was a great prank. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you guys.
on.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
Frank.
much.
That's
Appreciate
got a
that.
lot of good stuff,
A lot of
and a
good
lot of good times, good content.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well,
It's
yeah.
a really good podcast.
Hope we do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
enjoying
and
it
thanks
now.
for putting this on my desk.
Yeah.
That's a good job.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. All right.
All right.
Bye.